Ever wanted a drop-down list in Excel that updates itself, automatically removing items once they've been selected? In this video, I'll show you how to create a smart self-updating drop-down using Excel's filter, match, and its ISNA functions. No VBA, no stress. This is perfect for assigning students to groups, entering student marks or scores, scheduling tasks, or managing one-time selections where names or items shouldn't repeat. Let's build it step by step and watch Excel do the thinking for you. To build this, you need a source list. So on my first sheet tab, I have some names here. Then on the second sheet tab, I have entry. So in column A, we are going to select names from row 2 downwards, and then in column E2 here we are going to filter the list such that when we select a name in column A, it automatically updates in column E and it does not repeat itself in column A in the drop-down list that we are going to create. So under the filter list here, we are going to use the match function first. So equal to match, open parenthesis. So the lookup value is the names here. So let's select the names, then comma to separate the first argument. Then the lookup array is what we have on the entry. So where we are going to select the names. So the selected names, we can extend it to any point. Then let's put a comma there. So for the match type, let's go for the exact match. And then let's close parenthesis, enter, and you can see that here we have NA because we have not selected any name under the selected names here. So let's wrap this one in the ISNA function to avoid the NA errors there. So it's NA, then open parenthesis, and then close the parenthesis again, enter. And now you can see that we have true instead of the NA. Now let's wrap this formula again in the filter function to filter the list that we have on the names sheet to include the names that we are going to select under the selected names here. So filter, then let's open parenthesis. The array that we are filtering is the names here, so let's select all of them. Then let's open let's put a comma there. Then for the include, we already have the match function and then there is any there, so we are not going to do anything to that one. So we can just close this one and then enter, and you can see that now we have the filtered list here. So for the filtered list, we have the names that we have on the first sheet tab here, returning there nicely. So now let's select A2 to maybe A10 and then go to the data tab. In the data tools, let's select the data validation, and here let's change from any value to allow only the list that we are going to select. So the source is the names that we filtered here, so let's select all of them, then click on OK. Now you can see that we have the little drop down here, so when we select it, all the names that we have filtered here will appear in the list. So when we select the first one, for example, you can see that it automatically updates in column E and then it leaves the list also. So when we go to cell A3 and then click on the drop down, you can see that from now the list that is showing, we do not have the first name that we've already selected here because in the filtered list it is not there. So again, we can select this one, or let's select Rita for example, and you can see that it automatically leaves the list that we filtered here, and when we try again, it is not showing again in this list. And that is it for how we can create a drop down that is dependent on a filtered list that also updates itself automatically for easy data entry. Subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks in Microsoft Excel.